Arjuna uvacha evam satata yuktaye bhaktastvam paryupasate ye chapyaksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha.
I understood that the world of plurality is nothing other than you yourself in another form. Evam thus, recognizing the world of names and forms in front of me are all nothing but a disturbance of the infinite consciousness, the Lord Himself. Satatam, at all times, yuktaha, well steadfast in this understanding at all times. Yaha, whoever he be, he who paryupasate, does all actions as a worship of thee. So worshipping for, with the love and devotion, understanding that the Lord is not merely the symbol that you have kept at your altar, but that symbol represents the Lord who is the whole universe. Evam thus, satata yuktaha, ever steadfast in your understanding, those who move towards you in devotion. Devotion, worshipping a form, the universe, the society, the community. Yechapyaksharam avyaktam, the old traditional method of contemplating upon you as formless, aksharam, the immutable, avyaktam, unmanifest, not something that you can perceive or feel or think, and doesn't belong to the category of the world of OET, but something beyond. Thus those who turn their mind and intellect's attention to the higher is called the path of contemplation upon the formless. Of these two paths, the ancient path and the present path that suggests itself to me, which is the noblest path. Tesham, of these two, ka yoga vittama, Western yoga, which is the easiest way, the two paths available. In short, you and I in our spare moment sit in the drawing room and discuss, is the bhakti greater than jnana, or the path of jnana, contemplation upon the formless, is greater? And in that discussion we are always unscientific because of our prejudice against some path and our extreme attachment to the path. Those who are devotees, they will say that you must surrender to the Lord, the Creator and the Sustainer of the whole universe. While those who are contemplative people will say that these are all cock and bull stories, Rama, Krishna, Govinda, and then a form, and then ringing the bell. These the temples, etc. are all priest-class method of cheating the public. God is not in the temple. He is an all-pervading, eternal, immutable. You must contemplate upon the formless. Thus Arya Samajist would say that he has no form. The Sanatani Hindu would say that, no, he is Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Shiva. Whether it is a saguna with a form, worshipping a form in a temple or church or mosque, or withdraw from all activities and quietly turn your silent, alert, vigilant mind exclusively to the formless, infinite, all-pervading, eternal, immutable reality. Which of these two paths is nobler is the question.
The Gurudev himself is summarizing. So I need not summarize. Isn't it? See how Gurudev comes to our own rescue. So we should be ever grateful. Yeah. So now, Ke Yoga Vittamaha. Who are the best knowers of yoga? Who are well versed in yoga? They recognizing you behind every name and form. Mainly recognizing you behind every relative relationship. That is very important. And lovingly serving you, adoring you, and worshipping you through the names and forms, through the relative relationships. Are they better knowers of yoga? Or they who are rejecting all the names and forms, rejecting the forms and turning their attention exclusively unto the formless, imperishable reality? Are they better versed? So, who are the best knowers of yoga? Who are well versed in yoga? This is the question of Arjuna. And Lord answers. Let us see. Now, because we are having everyday class, I need not Thursday weekday classes. I have to explain everything because 1 week gone. Now only yesterday. And also the recordings are there. You listen if you have not got any idea confusing. Now, verse 2. Akshara, are you ready? So today, her name also will come today. Now let's go to chapter 12, verse number 2. Shri Bhagavanuvāca.
Shri Bhagavanuvāca.
Shri Bhagavanuvāca.
Shri Bhagavanuvāca.
Maya Veshya Mano Ye Mam.
Maya Veshya Mano Ye Mam.
Nitya Yukta Upasate.
Nitya Yukta Upasate.
Shraddhaya Parayopetaha.
Shraddhaya Parayopetaha.
Te me Yuktatama Mataha.
Te me Yuktatama Mataha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. The blessed Lord declares. Lord is not unscientific. He presents the data. What he says? Maya Veshya. Maya is not a Hindi Avadi or with the different dialects of Hindi. Maya is mother also. But Maya here, Mai. Mai in me. Aveshya Manaha. Mai in me. Aveshya. Entering. Manaha. My mind's attention is entering unto it. My mind's attention moving unto it. This is Chinmaya movement. Mind's attention moving unto Chinmaya, the pure consciousness, represented by that form. So, Mai Manaha Aveshya. This is what we are supposed to do when we reach temple or our altar. Daily, we have our own altar room. What to do? Our altar room is, our master bedroom is huge. And altar is closet. So make a spacious place for Only one, need not have many, many, many. All are the same one. So one place where you can sit comfortably. And when you are sitting there, what you should do? Fix your mind at the altar, your altar of devotion. But we take only body there. When you go to temple, we take our body and our mind. What? We stand in front of the Lord. Oh Lord. And then what? Mind gone. Yeah. Where? Oh Lord, my son, he never studies. Please make him pass somehow. See the prayer. Somehow make my son pass. He never studies. He's just like his dad. You are praying God himself. Mind gone to son. See that? Or my brother or not all right. My uncle not all right. My job. Mind gone. God is, oh, that's why if you see all Hindu gods, they stand or sit like this. Why they're sitting like this? Give me laddu, give me peda, give me dollars. That is not. When he is showing, give me your mind. I will fix it up and give it back to you. Tera tujhko arpan. And then he arranges so well, aligns it well, thought, word, action, and gives it back to you. So, mai manaha aveshya. Make your mind enter him. Feel his presence. Keep the body out. Like your footwear. When you go to temple, you can't take your footwear inside. And your footwear is mostly leather. And what is this body? Leather. Not just my body, your body also leather. Isn't it? So we have to keep our body out like our footwear. And when we take our foot, in the footwear, we are afraid we may lose it in the temple. Therefore, what do? You wear old chapel, old slippers to temple. New you don't. In the olden days, before now they were wearing new and went to temple. Then what happened? All the chapel chores. The son asked dad, Dad, please, I want new shoes. Dad says, go to temple. See that? Go to temple means? And one man was looking at all the temple, I mean, in the shoe room of the temple, and says, he tells his friend, hey, look, any new shoe is there because I brought very old shoe. Look for any new shoe of my size. As though they go to the footwear shop. And some smart people, they think they're smart. They say they keep one shoe here in one cubby, another shoe in another cubby. Ayya. And the professionals are watching and they tell their comrades, target that. Isn't it? This is how. But we are supposed to keep the body out, your attention at the body level outside. Because at the physical level, we have evolved completely. No more evolution at the physical level. Should you get a tail? You drop the tail. And whatever, you need a horns on the head. Those gray horns have been pushed inside to become the gray and white matter. Isn't it? So, keep your body out. Mai manaha aveshya. Placing your mind's attention unto me. Fixing your mind's attention unto me. This is at the mind level. This is the discipline at the mind level. What about at the body level? Yo mam nitya yukta upasate. Upasate means satata yukta. Means you have that understanding that he alone is appearing as all the names and forms. So you're serving, loving, and giving to every name and form, every relative relationship. Serve, love, give, thus purify. So upasate, serving me lovingly, recognizing me in and through each and every form, every relative relationship. Because he himself is appearing as all things and beings. That cause itself are effects in different forms. So serving me lovingly, recognizing me in every relative relationship. This is at the physical level. Yo mam nitya yukta upasate. Perceiving and performing for me alone. Feeling me alone by serving. Thinking of me alone while serving. So physically serving. So this is the glory at the physical level. So mind level, fix your mind unto me. Physical level, recognizing me in every relative relationship, serving them, lovingly serving. What about intellect level? Shraddhaya parayopetaha. Paraya shraddhaya. Paraya means prakrishtaya. Means supreme faith. Shraddha. Endowed with supreme faith. Belief breaks. When the situations are turning into problems and crisis, our belief breaks. Job gone, laid off, and wife fallen sick, and son dropped off from school. Now one after other coming to you, what will you do? You go straight to your puja room. Look at Lord Krishna. This is what you give me? Every day I've been doing puja. Saturday, I've been giving you pongal. Where? In a thimble. Small katori. The smallest katori you choose for naivedyam. Pongal in thimble. Saturday, once a week. You are smashing off everything. But God, I gave you pongal every Saturday. And this is what you give me? You take Krishna and through the window, Krishna goes out of the window. Now what to do? The belief breaks. In about few months' time, you got a better job, better than the earlier job. Because you were having savings for 6 months. But in 3 months' time, you get a better job, better boss, better. Now, then suddenly in about 2 months' time, your wife became hale and hearty. And suddenly in about 2.5 months, your son is more into education. You never thought this. Then what happens? Then you remember, oh Lord, again you go where? Lord Krishna is lying there in the garbage. Nobody takes it. So are you, sorry. And then you bring back and reinstall. So belief may break. But Shraddha, faith is built on rock solid foundation. Faith, you can think of like trust. Trust also is faith. And the trust can come only when your intellect knows. So belief is emotional. It breaks. Whereas faith is intellectual. So belief reinforced with knowledge becomes faith. That trust. I always remember one family. When I used to go to members' home for Bhiksha. And after Bhiksha, chatting, everything, now almost getting very late. So now a whole family comes up to the entrance to make sure that I go. So I'm standing at the entrance of the door also, we Indians, another half an hour, Hari Om, what to do? And then there as there is Hari Om, we are I saw the girl was standing next to me. Behind her was her brother. And I hear him saying, I will not, don't, I will not, don't, I will not. He's saying, I'm hearing that. So what he's saying, don't, I will not. And I see this girl, the brother and sisters, 10 years gap, 10 years difference. The girl is 10 years younger. The sister is 10 years younger. So this girl just blindly falls back. He says, don't, I will not. He runs and holds. Even though she heard him saying, don't, I will not, yet the trust. Think that is called faith. And this faith can come only when the intellect knows the nature of the reality, nature of God. God is all love, compassion, embodiment of compassion. So only by knowing his nature. See, the knowledge of physics cannot come to you by sincerely studying civics. Even when you are studying civics, no civic sense. So you can't get the physics knowledge by studying civics. You can't get the knowledge of chemistry by studying palmistry. Because this person might have thought, oh, palmistry means is a study of chemistry of boys and girls. Ayya, think. So I cannot get the knowledge of chemistry by studying palmistry. So too, what reveals God's nature? The scriptures, Shruti, Smriti, Purana. These are they reveal the glory of the nature of the reality. So when I know more and more the glories of my God, my Ishta Devata, then the trust, the faith intensifies. Nothing can shake my faith. So here you see in this path of devotion, all three equipment are aligned in the same altar. Mai aveshya manaha at the mind level. Nitya yukta upasate at the physical level. Shraddhaya parayopetaha at the intellect level. See that? So the head and the heart and the hands. The head, the heart, and the hands are in one point at your altar. That's why even the hobbies. What is your hobby? When you're in your field of, in the theater of your hobby, in the atmosphere of your hobby, your head is there, your heart is there, your hands are there. And you don't feel the time passing. That's called hobby. Here we call devotion. Your mind is there. You are physically serving. Your intellect with all faith turns attention, revels in his glory. So all three. So to transcend from this realm of plurality, the duality, from relative relationships to the reality, to the absolute, from the relative to the absolute, all three has to merge. Like as in sleep, when you want to sleep, if you have a physical pain in the neck, you can't sleep. Or some emotional worry or intellectual anxiety, you cannot sleep that night. All three must merge and converge unto sleep. It's a new sleep is a new dimension of consciousness, from the waking plane of consciousness to deep sleep. Even one equipment is not cooperating, you cannot reach. So all three, the physical, the emotional, the intellectual, must merge unto that altar of your worship. So since the total new dimension of consciousness. So all three: mind absorbed in me, body serving me, intellect total trust in me. Te me yuktatama mataha. Lord Krishna is saying, in my opinion, they are the best versed in, best knowers of yoga. Te me yuktatama mataha. So Lord declares they are the best. They are considered by me as the best. Te yuktatama mata. Mata, don't translate mata as a religion. Mata is not religion. It confuses that when you translate wrongly, it creates divisions. Mata means opinion. Think Kraistava mata, Bauddha mata, Jaina mata. See that? It's a opinion. Shankara mata, Ramanuja mata, Madhva mata. Now, if you translate as religion, Kraistava mata becomes Christianity. Bauddha mata, Buddhism. Jaina mata, Jainism. Now, when it comes to Hinduism, what mata? Is it a Shankara mata, Ramanuja mata, Madhva mata? Which mata? Because you translate it wrong and then say, ask a question. And people, they read only your translation. And that's what they say. Hinduism is not a religion, but a way of life. Yeah, when you listen to it for the first time, what a glorious way of saying. I agree to it. That's why you think these are the discussions in the drawing room. Because nothing else to do over the cup of tea and snacks. This is the discussion. And someone says, Hinduism, Hinduism not a religion. It's a way of life. And everybody applaud. What a knowledgeable person. Never agree. It's a danger. You are criticizing other religions then. How? If you say Hinduism is not a religion, but a way of life, so are you saying that Christianity is not a religion? Christianity is a religion, but not a way of life. Think about it. Because we blindly say, no, we don't think, we don't analyze. Anything looks beautiful. This is good. This is good. Analyze. If you say Hinduism is not only a religion, but also a way of life, that is okay. Go to every religion has to provide a way of life for your lifestyle. Standard of living is not the main thing. Standard of life. Standard of living is for the physical, materialistic level. Standard of life, religion gives the way of life. So here, te me yuktatama mataha, who maya veshya mano ye mam, nitya yukta upasate, shraddhaya parayopetaha. Mind absorbed in me, physically serving me lovingly, intellectually, with all faith in the nature of the Lord. You know He is compassionate. He will not give you anything which will destroy you. He will give you only to make you evolve. So all three levels must merge and converge unto that. So you surrender all the three. What about those who are rejecting the names and forms, rejecting the forms to reach the unmanifest, imperishable reality? What about them? Now, Lord, instead of explaining the path of contemplation, this is a path of contemplation, turning the attention to the formless, imperishable reality. So instead of explaining that, Lord dramatizes contemplation. So here you see the dramatics of contemplation. What is contemplation? Contemplation is turning the attention of the mind and intellect exclusively unto the point of attention. That's called contemplation. So contemplation is turning the attention exclusively to the point of attention. And what is meditation? Maintaining that attention in the very same direction, and you merge. So the dramatics. So Lord Krishna gives 8 pointers. 8 pointers to turn your attention. Like Shakha Chandra Nyaya. Suddenly I see a thin crescent. Moonram Pirai. That's what they call in Tamil. Thin crescent in a cloudless sky. So beautiful. Moment I see that, I want to share that beauty to you. How will I? Look, so far away. That was thin crescent. You can't see. I happen to see. Now, how will I bring your attention to it? I ask, do you see that? See the beautiful crescent, beautiful crescent. So where? I don't see. What will I do? Then I'll say, hey, do you see that Gopal Rao's house? Gopal Rao's house? What? You said you're showing crescent and say Gopal. What is Gopal Rao got to do with the crescent? Listen, Gopal Rao. On the backside, on the backside of his house, do you see the mango tree? But you said crescent. Wait, patience. You see the mango tree? You see that branch going towards his house? Yeah. The topmost, you see 2 leaves dancing. The 2 leaves. Yes. Through that you look. Now I brought your attention to the 2 dancing leaves. And through that, when you look, you may see the crescent. This is called indicating. So 8 indicators, 8 pointers Lord Krishna is enumerating for your choice to choose. 8 flavors to turn the attention of mind and intellect. Now let's chant 2 verses together. Verse 3 and 4. So here is the Bhagavan Vacha is understood. Lord himself is declaring. Ye tvaksharamanirdesyam
ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यम्
avyaktam paryupasate
अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते
sarvatra gamachintyam cha
सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च
कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम्
कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम्
संनियम्येन्द्रियग्रामम्
सन्नियम्येन्द्रियग्रामम्
सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः
सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः
ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव
ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव
सर्वभूतहिते रताः
सर्वभूतहिते रताः.
So 8 pointers. Ye bhaktaha, those devotees who are pari upasate. Pari sambandha, all round contemplating. On what? 8 pointers. Ye tu aksharam pariupasate. Akshara was chanting. So 8 pointers. Aksharam pariupasate. Anirdeshyam pariupasate. Avyaktam pariupasate. Sarvatra gam pariupasate. Achintyam pariupasate. Kootastham pariupasate. Achalam pariupasate. Dhruvam pariupasate. 8 pointers. So, ye tu, ye bhaktaha, aksharam pariupasate. Akshara, aksharam, akshara, feminine also. So, akshara is my echo today. So aksharam means akshara, aksharabhyas, you must have heard. Aksharabhyas, where you learn the akshara. Akshara may also means alphabets, the letter. Alphabet is called akshara. Why? Same imperishable letters. Same in English, if you see, only 26 letters. The same 26 letters in all the words. Imagine that. See how indication. See the glory of our culture. Akshara Abhyas. So you do perform the Akshara Abhyas, and then you learn the Aksharas. And at the seat of contemplation, what do? Akshara Abhyas. Means you're practicing to turn your attention onto that imperishable reality. So for that, you have to study. So the letters are needed. So with the letters, you know the words. With the words, what you are trying to know through your knowledge of that language. Every language is glorious. But what you are trying to indicate through that language. So Akshara Abhyas. So you learn the letters, you become a knowledgeable person, man of letters, a person of letters. Then at the seat of contemplation, you do Akshara Abhyas, turning your attention exclusively unto that imperishable, formless reality. Aksharam. Aksharam. Ksharam is Nashwaram, perishable. Aksharam, imperishable, changeless. Now, if you start observing, changeless is God. Changeless is the reality. I don't see anything changeless. Everything is changing. The only thing that is changeless is everything is changing. That's all you know. Our teenagers, they had a fundraising campaign, teenagers fundraising campaign, and they were discovering a slogan for it. And we were all discussing. And in that, what a beautiful slogan. The teenagers, we said to the parents, give us your change. Give us your change. We will make you changeless. Amazing. Give us your change. We'll make you changeless. This is real Yogakshema. Isn't it? So, that reality is Aksharam, changeless. Now, how to know the changeless? See, you are knowing change. All changes you are knowing. So the knower of the change must be changeless. If not, how will you know the change? You cannot know the change. So if you are knowing the change, you must be changeless. Knower of the changing body. 20 years ago, how you were. Okay, 30 years ago, how you were. So you wanted three-dimension mirror. Why? All direction you want to. Now, when you stand there, you don't fit in that three mirrors. You don't fit in it. Therefore, you say a small pocket-sized mirror just to keep bottu. Body changing. You can see clearly. Body changing. What about your mind? How much change? Better or bitter? Better or worse? Mind changes. What about intellect? Earlier I was smart. Now I am wise. I was smart. I was thinking I was smart because I was trying to change the world. Now I become wise. I'm changing myself. See that? Intellect also. So body changing, mind is changing, intellect is changing. How do you know? Who is the knower of the change? So how to turn the attention? The knower of the change must be changeless. So what do? You minus all the change. Knower of the change minus the change. Knower of the change minus change. A plus B minus B. B cancel. B can, Swamiji, ऐसा मत बोलो Swamiji, Hindi people. North Indians, Swamiji ऐसा मत बोलो. B cancel, मेरा क्या होगा? BB can, the mathematics here. No, okay, apply. Knower of the change minus change. Change, gone. What remains? Knower of the change minus change, gone. Knower remains. That is your mathematics. How can knower remain? This knowerhood is because of the known, the change. When the change, the known is gone, knower of what? Think. Therefore, examples are better. Dreamer of the dream. Think. Dreamer of the dream minus dream. Dream, gone. Dreamer of the dream minus dream. Dream, gone. When dream is gone, what remains? Dreamer. How can dreamer remain when dream is gone? Think. A new identity. The waker. A total new dimension of consciousness. So too, knower of the known. Knower minus the known. Known gone. Change gone. All the changes gone. What remains? The pure awareness, pure knowledge. Objectless awareness. A new dimension of consciousness. So, yetu aksharam paryupa. Those are turning their attention exclusively unto the changeless by rejecting the changes. So, rejecting the changing and turning the attention to that knower. When you know the knower, what happens? When I know the knower, everything is over. Think, isn't it? So, etu aksharam paripasate. Now, next pointer, second pointer. Yetu anirdeshyam paripasate. Nirdeshyam means to describe. Anirdeshyam cannot be described. Indescribable. Inexpressible. You can't say that reality is like this, like this, like this. You cannot say. You cannot say it is like this. You cannot say it is like that. Therefore, indescribable. Unknown. How do you describe the unknown when you don't know something? Unknown? Unknown cannot be described by another unknown. You saw somebody standing with me from your window and you ask, Swamiji, who was that person with you? That is Ramu. Ramu? Who is Ramu, Swamiji? Oh, Ramu, he is the cousin of Kamu. Now, earlier you had only one doubt, who is Ramu? Now I initiated another doubt into you. What? Kamu. Now you ask, Swamiji, I had only one doubt, now I have two. Who is this Kamu? Who is Ramu and who is Kamu? So you can't indicate Ramu by another unknown Kamu. Or you can go on like another unknown, you can't reveal. From unknown to unknown, nowhere you reach. So then you have to come down to somebody whom you know. I ask, do you know Dr. Kandaswamy? Oh, Kandaswamy, our Dr. Kandaswamy. I know. Dr. Kandaswamy, you know. Now think. Kandaswamy's grandmothers, brothers, daughters, husbands, sisters, son-in-law is Ramu. Now, don't ask me to repeat what I said. You refer the recording. No, our Kandaswamy is Sambandhi. He has not understood the relation, but Sambandhi, meaning remotely related to Dr. Kandaswamy. So from the known Dr. Kandaswamy to the unknown Ramu. Very Gurudev humorously used to say, Gurudev called the brahmachari, hey, go to the railway station and give this message to Kuppu. Kuppu Swami, because he is very close to Gurudev. Kuppu Swami. And the brahmachari said, Swamiji, how will I recognize Kupu Swami? Pay attention. When Gurudev describes, the indicators are so easy, you can glide in that indication. He said, Kupu Swami, how to recognize Kupu? Kupu Swami is 4.5 feet tall with a honeydew head. Not even the slightest suspicion of hair. Totally honeydew head. Fat. The middle portion is the bulkiest. He is honeydew head not because he has no hair. All the hair from the head is coming, protruding through the nose. He has a big mustache. And the mustache and the lips are almost covered by mustache. And you'll see pan in the mouth, munching the pan all the time. And never cut a joke in front of Kupu. If you cut a joke, have an umbrella. Because when you cut a joke, if he says, you'll get a shower of the pan. Then be ready with the umbrella. So this is Kupu. 4.5 feet, honeydew head, big mustache, pan in the mouth, middle portion, the bulkiest. This is a hand resting place. This is Kupu. Now, the brahmachari goes to the railway station. And there he is. Now he has adjusted his height. The view, what? 4.5 feet. That much level, not beyond 5. And he saw a man, that level, 4.5 to 5. Curly hair. No mustache. Not Kupu. See, rejecting. Neti, this is the technique. Na iti Kupu. Rejected, not Kupu. And like this, he saw so many coming down. Finally, he saw something rolling out of the compartment. Honeydew head. Big mustache. Mouth with pan. Big belly. Keeping resting and walking in circles. Round and round walking. And then Brahmachari Muma, he understood. He ran behind, near the ear. He whispered, what Swamiji's message Gurudev sent me and told me to tell you this. You are Kupu, right? He said, how would you know? How did you know? I can't tell you how I knew. And then he has to describe honeydew head and all. He said, no, I don't want to tell you. But by Gurudev's grace, you were revealed to me by Gurudev's grace. Think? So this is the glory of indication. If you follow the indication, you reject, and then appreciate by the method of na iti, neti, vakyena. Not curly hair, not without mustache, not flat belly or concave belly. Think? Not at all. All these are not, but they are indicators. So to reject that is other than the pointer. Thus, realize the reality. So, yetu aksharam anirdeshyam avyaktam. Avyaktam. Vyaktam means manifest. Manifest means perceived, felt, thought of. Avyaktam. Unmanifest. Means not perceived by the sense organs. Not felt by the mind. Not perceived by the sense organs. Not felt by the mind. Not thought of by the intellect. So when it cannot be perceived by the sense organs, I can't see, hear, smell, taste, touch. I can't feel it. I can't think of it. So it may not exist. This is what we conclude, because that which is imperceptible doesn't exist. See, but here how they indicate the glories of our masters. That is the very seer. The seer cannot be seen. Just because you cannot see the seer, can you deny the seer? Without the seer, how will you know the seen? So the seer of the body, seer of the mind, seer of the intellect, seer of the perceiver, seer of the performer, seer of the feeler, seer of the thinker, seer of the objects, seer of the emotions, seer of the thoughts. That seer cannot be seen. So reject the seen, then realize the seer, which is unmanifest, always unmanifest. Avyaktam. Even our vasana is also at the moment unmanifest. Now the time is 7:53. At 8:28, what will you think? What thought will rise in your mind at 8:28? Oh, Swamiji, I know what. Swamiji's class is ending. Abba, what a joy. Okay, that's a wrong example. Not 8:28. At 9:22. At 9:22, what thought will come in your intellect? What feeling will come? What will you perceive at 9:22? Think. Now it is unmanifest. But put alarm at 9:22 to check. Or the alarm thought will come. I don't know what will come. Even it is unmanifest at now 7:54. At 9:23, 9:22, 9:23, it will manifest. Even though unmanifest now, it shall manifest. But that is seer, avyaktam, always unmanifest. Never it will come to your as objectively seen. It is the very subject, the very seer. Therefore, the sages also are called seers. So, avyaktam paryupasate. Ye tu sarvatra gam paryupasate. Sarvatra, everywhere. Gam, gone. That which is gone everywhere. Gone everywhere. Vyomavat, like space. Akashavat, like space. All pervading like the space. Imagine. Where is the space? Not. Now you call it pot space. Pot space because of the pot. The space in the pot and the space outside the pot. Any difference? No difference. It is one space. Even in the conditionings, the space is within and without. Inside out. Is there not space in your stomach? Stomach is doubtful space is there or not. But in the head, lot of space. In between the ears, lot of space. Think. Space is within, space is without. Within the conditionings and even without. Vyomavat vyapta dehaya Shri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. I offer my salutations unto Shri Dakshinamurti, who is pervading everywhere like the space. Then, next. Ye tu achintyam paryupasate. Achintyam, inconceivable, beyond comprehension. Achintyam, unthinkable. You tell people, think of the reality. What is that reality? Unthinkable. People will laugh. But if you contemplate, unthinkable like the unthinkable for the intellect. Like what? Like the flashlight. Imagine your intellect like a flashlight. Torchlight or flashlight. Now this flashlight has a beam of light. The flashlight has a beam of light. In that beam of light, you can see everything in a dark room. Wherever you focus that beam of light, you can see what it illumines. Now, while you see the bright, brilliant beam of light of the flashlight, you start thinking, what a bright, brilliant beam of light. What is the source of this brilliant beam of light? What is the source? And you want to see the source in that beam of light. In that beam of light, I want to see the source of the flashlight. What? The battery. So you open the bottom of the flashlight, take out the battery to bring it in front of the beam of light. Think, can you see it? So to our intellect is like the flashlight. And our intellect has the beam of intelligence. This beam of intelligence, wherever you focus, you can know. Archaeology, biology, cardiology, dermatology, epistemology. Only this much I know in alphabetical order. Footology, I don't know whether it is there or not. Podiatrist. All the logies, the objective sciences, this brilliant beam of intelligence can illumine. And you get to know. But if you have a doubt, what a brilliant beam of intelligence. What is the source of this brilliant beam of intelligence? How can that brilliant beam of intelligence illumine the source? It cannot. Therefore, achintyam, unthinkable, like the flashlight. Flashlight, the beam of light of the flashlight cannot illumine the battery. So too, the beam of intelligence cannot illumine the source of intelligence. Just because the brilliant beam of intelligence cannot illumine the source, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. This very thought, what thought? What is the source of this brilliant beam of intelligence? What is the source? This thought itself is called contemplation. And when you are maintaining the attention in the same direction, what is this source? What is this source of this brilliant? It reveals. Rest happens. Turn, maintain, and wait. Turn your attention to it. Maintain your attention unto it. And wait. It shall happen. It shall reveal. So, yetu achintyam paryupasate. Yetu kutastham paryupasate. Kutastham, kutavat tishtati. It stays like the anvil. You know the anvil upon which the goldsmith or the blacksmith shapes out various things by hammering on the metal. So too, that anvil of awareness, upon the anvil of awareness, all the happenings are shaped out. The hammerings are happening on the anvil of awareness. So, upon this anvil of awareness, the physical changes, the emotional changes, the intellectual changes are all happening, shaped out. But that anvil of awareness remains the same, changeless awareness. Yetu kutastham paryupasate. Yetu achalam paryupasate. Achalam. Chalam means moving, movement. Achalam, immovable. The Lord God is immovable. How the people, we don't study the scripture and then we listen to somebody And then we get carried away. They say, your God cannot move. He is paralyzed. Your God paralyzed. Neck down, he is paralyzed. That's why Lakshmi constantly jiggling his feet because he can't move. And you start thinking, yes, our God cannot move. And our God, good, you call, good, he will come. Your God can, he wants to come. He wants to help you. He's very, but he's paralyzed. This when you start hearing, yeah, I called so many times, he never came. Think. We don't think. That's a Gurudev always think. He used to hammer. Movement is possible only for the limited, for the finite. Infinite reality, where it can move. It is all pervading, like the space. Where can space move? If at all space has to move, it has to move to a space where there is no space. Is there a place where there is no space? Oh, Swami, there may be. That means a lot of space in between your ears. Think. Earlier also we saw the fourth pointer. What is the fourth pointer? Yetu aksharam anirdesham avyaktam sarvatra gam, gone everywhere. Isn't it? So to hear achalam, cannot move. Why? All pervading. You think of God, you feel God, He's right there. Remember what Gurudev said? Whenever you need me, close your eyes and look into your heart. I will be there. He is the very consciousness illuminating your feelings and thoughts. So whenever you need, turn your attention unto Him. He is right there behind your every feeling and thought. It's because of Him, the feeling, you're aware of your feelings. It's because of awareness, I'm aware of my feelings and thoughts. Achalam. And finally, the eighth pointer, Dhruvam. Dhruvam, Nityam. Firm, Nityam. Satyam means changeless. Never changes. Nityam, eternally existing. Truth. So reality is the truth. What's the definition of truth? Adi Shankara gives so beautifully. Yad Vishaya Buddhihi na vyabhicharati. Tat Sat. Isn't it? So beautiful to know. That regarding which your thoughts never change. That is Dhruvam, Nityam, Satyam. Just by giving the example. Examples always reveal what you're trying to indicate. Gold ornaments. Gold ornaments, imagine. Before and all, we knew gold earring, gold nose ring. These two we knew. And the gold earring with a chain connecting to the earring, all that much we knew. But nowadays, varieties of gold ornaments. Gold earring, gold nose ring, gold eyebrow ring, gold cheek ring, gold lip ring, gold tongue ring. How many? In all these rings, when I give a name, gold earring, when I say, and then immediately say gold nose ring, when I say gold nose ring, the thought of gold earring gone. When I say gold eyebrow ring, the nose ring thought, gold nose ring thought gone. When I say gold cheek ring, gold eyebrow ring is gone. Gold lip ring, the gold cheek ring is gone. Gold tongue ring, gold lip ring is gone. Each name negates, each ornament is negated by the other, the thought. Each thought of the ornament negates the other thought of the ornament. But there is one common thread of thoughts. Gold earring, gold nose ring, gold eyebrow ring, gold cheek ring, gold lip ring, gold tongue ring. They say that same gold. the changeless. That is the reality. In fact, the value of this name and form of the ornament is because of gold. Minus gold, what? Is it an ornament? It is no more an ornament. It's called a costume. No value, no cost, not much cost. That's called costume. Think. So to the value of all the names and forms is because of that Satvastu, that Dhruvam. So reject the name and form of the ornament and realize the gold. Reject the names and forms. See, you're conscious of physical body, physical pains you're conscious of. You're conscious of the mind, you're conscious of the mental sorrows. You're conscious of the intellect's confusions. You're conscious of the physical sorrows, physical pains, emotional sorrows, intellectual dejections. But that consciousness, the same consciousness illumines the physical pains. The same consciousness illumines the emotional sorrows. The same consciousness illumines the intellectual dejections. When the attention is turned towards that, then what happens? At least in the beginning, relatively the pain will be less. Relatively the sorrow will be less. Relatively the dejections will be less. So, ye tu dhruvam paryupasate. And here also, all three levels of your personality must be controlled. The disciplines needed at all the three levels. There also all three. Maya vesha manoyema, nitya yukta upasate, shraddhaya paryopeta. Here also, all three levels of your personality must turn. What is that? The next verse. Sanniyamya indriya gramam. Samniyamya. Indriya gramam. Indriya gramam, the group of indriyas. Gramam, the village of sense organs. Samniyamya. This is the physical level, controlling the sense organs, like a tortoise. The tortoise has a knack to withdraw whenever it wants. As if you go to Sandipani, before you enter the temple, you will see a lamp. At the base of the lamp is standing on a tortoise. And when we are going, we touch the tortoise and touch it to our head. May I have that knack, that power of withdrawing my senses when I'm in front of the Lord. Means withdraw from the bodily identification. So samniyamya indriya gramam at the physical. Then what about the samniya sarvatra samabuddhaya at the intellect level? Sarvatra, everywhere. Samabuddhi. Samabuddhi means what? No ragadvesha. When you have samabuddhi, likes and dislikes will not bother. Likes and dislikes may be there, but you will not be swayed by likes and dislikes. You objectively decide. Based on the data, you decide, not based on your likes and dislikes. Any decision you have to make, first, see the data in front of you. What is the data? Based on the data, I decide. That decision may be wrong. If somebody asks, why did you take that decision? You can explain. This was the data available. If this data was available for you, what will you decide? That person being a know-how, he has the know-how. So he said, yeah, this is what I will decide. Then new data came. Based on the new data, my earlier decision happens to be wrong. This new data came after 6 months. No use. Delay in decision is equal to denying the decision. So, based on data, without ragadvesha, I decide. Sarvatra samabuddhaya. So, intellectually, you don't sway by your likes and dislikes. See that? What about the mind level? Sarva bhuta hite rataha. At the mind level, they revel. Those who are on the path of contemplation, they revel. In what? Sarva bhuta hita. in the hita, in the welfare of all beings. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. May all be happy. Sarve santu niramayaha. May all be healthy. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. May all experience auspiciousness. Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. See the prayer. So at the intellect level, they are sarvatra samabuddhaya. At the mind level, sarvabhuta hite rataha. At the physical level, samniyamya indriya grama. All three, control. There, it is under their mastery over the three. So, ye tu indriya gramam samyamya, sarvabhuta hite rataha, and then sarvatra samabuddhaya. All three turning unto that. Thus, they transcend unto that reality. This is the glory of contemplation. So now, which path I should take? Should I take a path of contemplation, rejecting the formless, rejecting the forms, names and forms, and try to contemplate on the formless, imperishable, unmanifest reality? Or recognizing Him in and through every form, every name, every relative relationship, seeing Him and then serving, loving, giving. Which one? Now Lord Himself is trying to help. So the next verse gives a precaution. What to choose? Because with the data alone, you can decide. Not by your likes and dislikes. Oh, I like path of contemplation. Why? I can tell everybody. I'm into nirakar, nirguna, nirakar. See, nirguna, nirakar is both are same. If you really analyze, nirguna means no particular guna. Means all gunas are He. Nirakar means no particular akar. All akars are He. That's why Vishwarupa, Virata Rupa. No particular akar is Nirakar. But we want a particular, my Ishta Devata. So I can, because my mind loves it so much, my mind can easily gravitate unto it. Therefore, you choose your Ishta. So you have to see which path is conducive to your tendencies. Your thoughts and feelings tend to flow in that direction. Because both reach the same goal. That's what in the last, yetu samniyamya indriya gramam, sarvatra samabuddhayaha, and sarvabhuta hite rataha. What happens to them? Te prapnuvanti mameva. They reach me alone, me, myself, because I am the self of all. I am the self of the devotee. I am the self of the contemplator, person of contemplation. I am the self of the devotee who is with the emotion of devotion turning towards me. I am the self of the person of contemplation who is turning his attention through contemplation. I am the very self. Therefore, te prapnuvanti mameva, me, myself. I am the self of all. Now, the precaution. What is the precaution? We will chant. Verse 5. क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम्
क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम्
अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम्
अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम्
अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम्
अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम्
देहवद्भिरवाप्यते.
देहवद्भिरवाप्यते.
Now Lord Krishna is giving a caution, a precaution. What? Klesha adhikatara. Klesha means trouble, difficult. They struggle, trouble, struggle, difficult. Adhikatara, more trouble, more difficult, more struggle. Greater is their trouble, greater is their struggle. For whom? Avyakta asakta chetasam. Those whose minds are turning their attention towards that unmanifest, avyakta. Those are seeking that unmanifest reality, which is unseen, unknown, unthinkable, all the pointers. Very difficult to turn. Very easy to turn the attention towards the objects, emotions, thoughts, because it's like forward driving. Is it difficult to drive forward? But you have to drive to your work at, what do you call, during the rush hour. During rush hour, you want to drive backwards? Can you drive? Every day to office, drive backwards. You will get ticket, no doubt. Imagine how difficult to. So at the seat of contemplation, driving forward, going towards OET. Driving backwards is contemplation, as though you're turning your attention within that which is illuminating everything, like the source of the flashlight, the beam of intelligence. What is the source of this beam of intelligence? So this avyakta hi gati dukkham, the goal of this unmanifest reality is dukkha. Very hard, very painful to turn. Moment you hear, majority of the people, moment they hear this, very hard, very painful, drop it. Majority drop out. Because musibat. Why unnecessarily? Because I have very little I do my time for spirituality. Very little. Weekend. In that I was very difficult. Why should I go for that? Drop out. Swamiji, what are you trying? Are you trying to tell us to go for Saguna, not for Nirguna? What are you trying to tell? I'm just presenting the data. Now the question, maths, mathematics. Maths, is it difficult or easy? Think. Math? Ayyo, Swamiji, math. My favorite subject is math. Not my, when I say not me. All Asians. Asians, they love mathematics, maths. My maths teacher, mentally affected teacher, harassing students. That's my understanding of my maths teacher. So I will not go for maths. I never thought that I have a choice. Moment I came to know that I have a choice, I started paying less and less attention. Then I started really enjoying when the maths teacher is teaching. Anyway, I'm not going to take this. So I was enjoying the blank, the mind shutters coming down. I was enjoying it. Acha, how so beautifully how beautifully I can't understand. Nothing, whatever he says, nothing makes sense. Because the foundation was not there. And they are building on it without foundation. So abstract science, difficult. Home science, domestic science, how to make pakodas. Pokkavadai, how to make pokkavadai, how to make mirchi bhaji. In the modern domestic science colleges and all, how to make pokkavadai, mirchi bhaji with a thermometer. Also with stopwatch. So much of improvement. But real teaching happens after marriage. The mother-in-law really teaches to the daughter-in-law how to make pokkavadai and mirchi bhaji. Say that. So domestic science, home science, easy. While making also, you can be experimenting. Very enjoyable experience. Experiments are so tasty if you know how to make it. But in the abstract, kleshaha adhikatara. More trouble, more difficult, more struggle. Avyakta hi gati dukkham. Very painful, very sorrowful. But for whom? For whom is the avyakta gati dukkham? The unmanifest is dukkham. For whom? Dehavadbihi. Dehavadbihi means those who have a body. That's the literal meaning. So never study with a dictionary. So Dehavadbihi means one who has a body. When Vedanta says Dehavadbihi means one who is too much identified with the body. One who is catering to every demand of the body. Such a person is not ready for contemplation. Contemplation is the exclusive business of mind and intellect. Mind and intellect exclusively turning. Isn't it? Siddhasan. Once you sit in that posture for 45 minutes, you don't move. Body you forget. You keep the body there. Fold the body in that position. And then M and I is exclusively turning. But one who is so much identified with the body sits down and then, oh, it's too hot. I need a fan. At that time, can you say, shut up? Not now. After meditation, I'll turn on the fan. Will you say, no? Immediately you get up. Turn on the fan. And then you sit down. I think after a cup of coffee, it'll be nice. You say, shut up. Not now. Later. No. Get up. Because every time coffee, 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 coffee. That thought. So one who is catering to every demand of the body, dehavadbihi, na avapin. Isn't it very difficult? So those who are not that much identified with the body, for them, this path of contemplation, meditation. Now comes a new topic. The next two verses we have to do together. So let's do verse 6 and 7 together. Now let us see. Ye tu sarvani karmani.
ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि
Mayi sanyasya matparaha.
मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः
Ananye naiva yogena.
अनन्येनैव योगेन
Mam dhyayanta upasate.
मां ध्यायन्त उपासते.
Next. Teshamaham samudharta.
तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता
Mrityu samsara sagarat.
मृत्युसंसारसागरात्
Bhavami nachirat partha.
भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ
Mayyaveshita chetasam.
मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्.
See here, Lord Krishna, he gives a godly assurance. It's like a covenant, a godly assurance, a divine promise, a binding agreement, divine agreement, a solemn promise. But from our standpoint, it's a responsibility. Lord promises. Gurudev's promise. Whenever you need me, close your eyes and turn your attention into your heart. Look into your heart. I will be there. Because he is the very consciousness. So, whenever you're conscious of something, how far is consciousness? Think. So, the pledge from the side of the Lord and from our side, responsibility. So, yetu sarvani karmani, all activities, mayi sanyasya, surrendered unto me. Every religion makes this statement. Surrender to the Lord and then act. Every religion says that. Surrender to me and then do your work. Mam anusmara yudhyacha. Remembering me, face the challenges of your life. Surrender to me and then act. What do? We first act and then surrender. Ayya, ulta. And then complain. Ayyo, I surrendered to the Lord. Nothing happened. Raid happened. Every time I get my money, first I go and keep it near the Lord. Oh Lord, my whole suitcase, I keep it in the puja room, because in my home, nobody enters the puja room. Therefore, it is more safe. I keep it my whole suitcase of that day's earning, I keep it there. Surrender to the Lord. And the next day, take it. And then what? Raid happened. Why? One of my own nephews called. What to do? But see, if I had surrendered first and then act, I act first and then surrender. If I had surrendered, I'll be thinking of the divine. Will I do any devilish action? Think. If I have surrendered to the divine and perceiving the divine, feeling the divine, thinking of the divine, I perform. How can I do anything corrupt, anything mean, anything selfish? How can I do? Surrender first and then act. But we do ulta. And then what religion? Nothing. Follow it properly. So, yetu sarvani karmani mai sannyasi. If you see, there's a beautiful, if I have a question, you think over. All over the world, universal, every child you ask, the child has been caught red-handed. Red-handed he has been caught. Boy especially, caught red-handed. And then father, mother, both are there in front. The father says, we caught you doing it. It is punishable. Now, we give you a choice. Should dad punish you or mom punish you? Your choice. Now the child starts thinking, past experience, data collection. Anyway, I have to be punished. And the child says, if at all I have to be punished, let mom punish me. Let mom beat me. So, okay. Why did the child say that? Tomorrow. So,
गुरुनाथ महाराज की.
Please do namaskar to the Arati.